絶望したら即終了。つぼおじ登山レース。さあ始まりました。今日も元気なつぼおじが今スタートします。早速詰まってますが大丈夫でしょうか。おっと、戻ってしまったぞ。さあこんなところで詰まってるとすぐに絶望してしまうぞ。壺の出っ張りが邪魔をしていく。なんかおじさんが喋ってますが、ものともせず進んでいく。ちょっと焦りが見えます。大丈夫か。華麗な垂直ジャンプ。これにはオリンピック選手もびっくりだ。
And then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much.
さあ第一難関もクリア。かなり速い登山スピードだ。
Thanks for coming with me.
またまた華麗な垂直ジャンプが決まっていく。
Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress always, even your mistakes. This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazzo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games.
さあ、いつかに人を絶望させていった反り立つ壁に入りました。
Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game.
やばいぞ、絶望してしまう。
It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time.
頑張れつぼおじ、
Your task is
負け
simply
る
to
なつ
drag
ぼおじ。
yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer
お
or
っと、
too slippery,
ここで動きがあったぞ
and the player is
そこを危険
constantly,
にして
unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
落ち着いて私、
Anyway,
2
when you
分
start
45
Sexy
秒の動画はさすが
Hiking,
に
you're
投稿
standing
で
next
きな
to
い。
this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game.
くぶえん。
It might take you an hour to get over that tree. A lot of people never go
よ
past
し
it. Prod and poke at it,
よ
exploring
く
the
ない。
limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth
今
in that
絶
lack
望
of
値5割ですか
confidence.
ね。
Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct
いいポジション
just
だ。
by spending enough time. In that sense, every
失敗。
pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real. The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about. A funny thing happened to me as I
もう
was
少し
building
でい
this
ける
game.
気がする。頑張れ。
I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
いいぞ、華麗な垂直ジャンプだ。
When you're building a video game world,
二つ目に
you're
手が
building with
届いた。
ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be
飛ん
pretty big.
だ
And in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable
落ち
like
着いて。
rock. And at that point, you
よ
can't
っ
change
しゃ
them, not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas. For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made
おじさん
out
う
of
るさい。
fabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash
はい、
as soon
天
as
才。
you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds. Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium.
ここでショートカットだ。
You could build culture out of trash, but only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music, B philosophy. Maybe this is what digital culture is.
このアンテナみたいなところにハンマーを置い
Ash
て。
heap of creativity's fountain.
ピュン。
A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted. There's 3D models and breakfast. Gen X's fanfic novels, scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned stuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled. Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight. In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things? Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
でもこっちじゃないんです。はい。
Sorry. Oh, it happened again. Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you. When games were new, they wanted a lot from you. Daunting you, taunting you, resetting, delaying you. Players played stoically. Now everyone's turned off by that. They want to burn through it quickly. A quick fix for the fickle, some tricks for the clicks of the feckless. But that's not you. You're an acrobat. You could swallow a baseball bat.
あ、やば。今絶望値7割。落ちたくなや。落ち着いてカンカンすればいけるはず。ダメだ。危ない。来た来た。
Now I know, most likely you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, while some dude with 10 million views does it for you. Like a baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's culture too.
落ちたくない。ああ、戻ってきた。
You'll be back here again and again. Revenge and repent until you've ascended. Or until you're content.
うま。
This thing we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down.